Okay, we are back for episode 5. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of glad we're at the trial now. Last stream took me a long time to find out where I needed to go for the trial, and I was like, oh my gosh. I felt like it could have been a lot quicker, but now we're here, so I wonder how this is gonna go. I think I went through this scene. I guess I did save. Yeah, I think I did save. Let me just skip to this because I played it this smart. Yeah, I'm assuming this is gonna be a lot harder. And I'm assuming the person that we're probably gonna have to talk to for as a witness is probably the sheriff. That's what I'm thinking. Because he's like the suspect number 1 now. After what we just saw. I don't know if this is pretty loud. I don't know if I'm hoping I'm loud enough. I realized I was just kind of a bit far from my mic. Okay. Hopefully that's fine. I'm seeing that the music is louder. I might have to lower it a little bit. Okay.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... Oh. Oh no, what do you have on your sleeve?
I'm afraid you'll have to clarify.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time.
But that's not physically possible, is it?
Yeah, I wonder if it's not physically possible.
What's more, I've heard the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edward's car.
Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Hi, Kamsoga. I also know I haven't read it. I have not read manga in a long while. Sadly, I have not. I've been busy on the very first part of this week. I'm still busy right now, though. So yeah, so
That's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself.
And that's supposed to be an admirable trait.
Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department?
Oh gosh, this is gonna be like a recap for me.
Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand.
First witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer?
Oh, we're gonna get that guy first. Okay, never mind. I guess not the sheriff. Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Oh god, I feel like he's gonna mess up a lot. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes sir, I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir. No, that's not your occupation. Oh my god.
So you're telling us you're a professional killer?
Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I will never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me, sir. Why does he have his microphone? Dude, take that away from him. Oh my gosh, I didn't even get to read that. Sir, I'm what you call a part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir.
Officer Meekins. Yes, sir. Give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order. Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I am part of the generation that must be told what to do, sir. Oh my gosh.
You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm.
Oh god, we gotta save first, so we can go back. Oh wait, no, not yet. Although it's not on my normal duty, I was assigned to the guard evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life, then I did it! After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. And then they also found the body.
So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you.
Do unto the others before you do they do unto you! That's the Meekins family motto, sir. Oh my gosh, your family's gonna be painted terribly after this.
I see that you fainted and the colleague helped you regain consciousness.
Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
What I need here is more info to work with. Yeah, definitely we gotta press on. There's some few things I'm actually wondering too. Okay.
To be safe. Hey.
Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir! I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes, now there's a scary thought. Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. Oh.
The Blue Badger!
The one that, Detective Gumshoe was making. Well, I mean, he made, but people don't like. Yes, sir, the lovely police mascot created by the chief of detectives, sir. Yay! I was so sure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir.
I see. It sounds like a very important mission.
After the work ceremony finished the day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Wait, it was still outside though.
Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room.
Tell us, what did you see when you got there? So you rushed in. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one around around my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? Yeah, what is it? There it is! I found it! This is the one right here.
Could you please read us the number?
Yes, sir. It's 4989596. We gotta double check that. I see, but the number 4989596 is shown to be used twice. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room, and the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down.
I see, so it was during the second time when?
Yes, sir, that was when I spotted the man on the security screen. 221. Okay. I was suddenly attacked. So how did he attack you? So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir, a knife!
Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then?
Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus struggling to detain him. That's how I got into a gash on my hand.
Maybe if you had just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be...
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by the collar. Fought for my life, then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer. Okay, wait. How did you do it? I guess. What exactly do you mean when you said you did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. You took his knife? I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. See, he must have been desperate. Next thing I knew, his white collar was drenched in the sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew...
Yes!
He punched me right in my face, sir! Okay, who woke you up? About what that time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious! Oh, right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was at 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too. I woke crying in tears of pain.
That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is.
When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir, the Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand. Well, we can call rest easy now.
I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point.
Yes, Officer Meekins.
With regard to the stats, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Who sent that to you? Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir. Why? The chief delivered it.
What is that? A videotape?
Yes, sir, that's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room. What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased.
That's quite a mistake.
I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever.
Well, then let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim.
Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me. A video of real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Oh, there is a Blue Badger.
Yay, we're gonna get to see a murder. Yippee!
Oh, hello? His thumb was really pointy. Where is it? Where is he? Is this like a 3D animation? I just realized. Oh, okay, so the glove went down. Oh, I kind of like the 3D animation. I'm surprised that Meekins didn't recognize him. Oh, he's got a knife. Oh my god, Meekins! Wait, but the body's not there. Where is he? Where did the body go? Is it on the floor? Like... What if he get jump scared? That'd be really funny. I won't. That wasn't his locker either? Or was it? I need to look back if that was his wall locker again. Probably not.
Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us?
What the hell was that wrangling piece of plywood? Yeah. Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Security. Oh, frig. Well, we don't know if he actually got stabbed or murdered. We didn't see the body.
Yes, well, anyway, this tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone, and the evidence remains some sort of activity did take place.
Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly and complete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that all right with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir, as you wish, sir. Oh, man. His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's footprints to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. What if you're wrong?
What's this about a fingerprint?
Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
Intriguing! That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination.
I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. I need to... Okay, let me look at the... actually, no. Actually, let me save first here. So we can go back, but... I need to look back at that, all my evidence. As a recap. Okay. This is a murder weapon at the garage station. So 9 incidents. I don't accidentally press that. My bad. We have like 3. Yeah, oh my gosh, that's a lot. The shoe. Which that was actually found by the lady who gives bentos. This was the one that was found at the crime scene for SL9. Aluminum foil, this one. I don't think we might need this later, actually. Fingerprints. This is the evidence plan. Human's lost item report is 221. The chief of police. Crap, I was hoping I would get like, oh, this is Goodman's locker, and this is not Goodman's locker, but this is... He said he landed on a pool of blood. I mean, we didn't see the body, but he might have been on the floor, possibly. Could have been also another person. Tagged evidence from SL9. That was the glove that fell off. From Sucker's hand, the detective's footprints, indicator lamp lights up, it's open. Only the assigned detective's prints can unlock it. Indicator lamp lights. This is the vase. The marshal's fingerprints, which we don't need yet. And then the security, okay. I need a press first then. Tell me where you were able to get a good look at him. At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife. Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe it would be classified as the latter. The latter, but you were standing right in front of him. Were you not?
More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you?
Yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see. Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. So I'm sure it was him. I bet my badge on it. Are you sure you want to do that? But you said you didn't see him. You didn't notice him. But you don't know that for sure, do you? Yeah, you said you didn't clearly share. You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as who... Oh my gosh.
Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it.
Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or... Meekins. Oh wow, that was a new animation. Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not at the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify. Yes sir. You claim the man who brandished the knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him. It requires Detective Goodman's fingerprints to do. Was he wearing anything else? About those lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. The only response are registered fingerprints, sir. I wonder what kind of methods he's tried.
If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to.
Exactly my point, sir, and this too. Okay. You open his question. Let's press it anyway, because I want to see all the dialogue. How do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir. People in the know. The workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir. Oh. That's sad. For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified the information through a more reliable source.
So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprints.
Must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. This all sounds true enough, but the victim's body was found in the prosecutor's office. There has to be a mistake somewhere.
The real thing's so much more intense than in the movies. Here, you can use the player to watch it as much as you like.
Security video. Maybe I should take another look at the footage. Thanks for the hint. So how can I look at that? Yeah, I wish I could, like, 2x speed this. It doesn't even have the nice music that, like the Badger was playing. He was wearing the coat and didn't look like he was wearing any gloves. The glove that falls out. You know what I'm wondering is if he is the person, why would he not be concerned of like that glove falling out? Because that's his evidence, right? Shouldn't he just pick it up? He had the knife with him. Wait, did he grab? Wait, did he? I don't even remember. Did he grab the knife from the safe, or did he just have it? He's gone. Another thing, like, why would he not close his safe? I guess, but. Is this gonna repeat? 221, 17, 14, 30. Wait, maybe the time also? 221, 17, 14, 30. 17. Okay. It's 221. I'm thinking here, let's see. Let me look at that video again. Maybe I'm thinking it has to do with the time. That's what I'm thinking. Let's go. So that would be... Bruce Goodman. That was actually him. Wait, hold on. Let me look at that ID again. 5842189. 5842189. 5842189. So it's probably someone who took his ID then. And the only one I can think of is probably the sheriff who took his ID or something. Right? Lost ID. Wait, lost ID! Lost item report. Right? Wait, was it ID or not? Hello. Hi, Alec Nix. I never watched Little Einstein. Okay. Okay, I was thinking, okay, maybe I found something that's probably gonna be used somewhere down the trial, but, I don't know if that was the right thing. Evidence locked. Wait, only the science detective's prints can unlock the dictionary lamp. Yeah, I don't think I need that. They said the hint was in the security video, right? I want to look at the way that he was. Oh wait, the hand is there. No, the way he grabbed that, he had the knife. So okay, the times are right. Times are right for sure on that on the timestamp. I'm assuming someone took his ID. I can't really prove that yet. He grabbed it, but we can't see that he used his fingerprints. Okay, okay, so he turned and had the knife already. Did he grab the knife from the safe? I wouldn't think so, right? Wait, so this is found at the crime scene. The thing is, the knife there was, it had its sharp end. This one does not have its sharp end anymore, and this was the one also used in the crime scene, right? Not only in SL9. That's what I mean, but okay. I feel like I'm thinking of other things that aren't related to what I'm supposed to prove right now. Okay, wait. His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person is Detective Goodminster because the ID, it's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened isn't question. Maybe. What if that's not the only way? I'm just like, what if that's not the only way? Locker he opened is question me Detective Goodminster. Yeah, which Edrith proved. What else could have locked? Wait, actually, let's press on this. I didn't press on this one last time. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face. Sir, if I may say something, sir.
Please do, after all, you are the one being examined.
I don't understand why the man's face is so important in the case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. If it was his hand and tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir.
Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie.
That is... unless the defense can find a problem with it.
Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again.
Is there a problem with the security video? Yeah, there is a problem. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange.
Strange!
The contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman.
What? This video contains such a contradiction!
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
Yes, Edrith!
I propose we have the defense point out to us the alleged contradiction that
Sacrifice. So I can get back to full health if I mess up.
he wanted me to point it out. It's the knife. Is it the knife?
I will propose I'll accept it. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence.
It's the knife, is it?
I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us the contradiction you speak of.
I have to point out the problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do that.
If you can do it, Mr. Wright.
Wait, so how's this gonna work? Do I have to, like, actually get it to the right point? Because the video's gonna be playing. It's not like a picture anymore this time.
It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing.
Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching the video. You can look away, maybe. How did this guy ever become a police officer?
Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman?
I was sticking the knife. Why would he drop his glove? The thing that's strange about this video would have to be this. Oh god, it's not the knife! Bruh. Maybe I need to look back at what the murder weapon was.
Hold on, I need to use my eye drops. Well, I don't get it.
Would you mind if I borrowed your eye medicine?
Don't look at me with those blurry eyes!
Before your eyes get too teary, perhaps you should think that this through again. What do I do? Wait, hold on. Wait, no, I'm gonna look at that record. Bruh! Okay, Goodman's autopsy. Wait, this is the old one. Did we have a new autopsy report about the other one? right? This was 4 p.m. to 5:30. Single stab wound. I need to go back to this. Okay, so it wasn't the knife. Damn. Crap. Now I'll look back at that. Detective sword. Okay, let's return to cross-examination. No, let's play the video again. Very well, let's try this again. Just remember one thing, Mr. Wright. Every time you point your finger, someone gets hurt.
Says the one pointing his finger at us.
I'll now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us the contradiction you speak of.
I have to point out a problem in the video. Okay, yeah. Maybe we can pause when he comes in. No, oh my god, no, hold on, no, I didn't press, I actually pressed present! Bruh. I wanna go back, nah, I wanna go back to that, I wanna go back. I'm going back. That was an accident. My bad! Okay, so we know it's not the knife. Let me look at the court record again. I wanna look at this one more time. I don't remember if we can look at the court record when we're looking at the video, so I'm gonna look back. Okay. There's a pool of blood too. Thing is that the other officer was laying here. I think like the glove could be also another thing. Okay. If you have evidence room wiped. Security proven. Okay. Wait, can we okay. One more time. Oh, we can look at the court record. Okay, let me look at his description again. That's what he looks like. Okay. I can't tell if he has a watch or not. I can't tell. Okay. Crap. No. Play. Let me fast forward. Okay, wait, that's open. Wait, that's open. Didn't it say that when it's lit up, it's already open, right? Only the signed detective's prints can unlock it. Indicator lamp lights up when it's open. No, that had to be the thing. Yes, I knew it! The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins. Sir, do you mean me, sir? Yeah, me meant you. As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. This is going slow. The lights. Wait, are we actually playing the whole video? Oh my gosh, no. Wait, no! We already know what the problem is, and it's literally at the start of the video. We don't need to point it out again. There's the whole thing! When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier. This rewind is pretty slow. Here, now this is the light.
What's this? It's already lit.
Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Oh my god, he squealed! Dude, that squealed. Oh my gosh.
Order, what's the meaning of this?
It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker was unlocked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked.
Oh, I know it must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert on this.
That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
Oh, well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation?
Me, Your Honor?
Yes, why wasn't the locker locked?
Me, Your Honor? Yeah, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you mean, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor?
Something jammed the sensor? Say, there's something else that seems out of place in this video.
Yeah, I thought so too. There's gotta be another clue somewhere in this footage.
Oh, well, let's inspect the video once more.
I know I'm saving over and over again, but I know I'm going to fail a bunch of times when pointing this out. The locker
wasn't locked.
Oh. I didn't get to read the whole thing. Okay. Wait, so the whole locker was locked. Another thing, he's glove. I'm wondering, okay, what if we point that out? He didn't pick up his glove. He didn't really care about that. Is it gonna do anything or like no? Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Oh god. It's low again! I wish there was music playing though. Yeah, well, wait, but going back to Little Einstein, I never got to watch it. I only hear like the song. I don't know where also it played as well for like channel wise.
What's this?
Is it like a Disney Channel show?
Something right fell out of the locker.
But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out of when doors are opened. I have them fall out of roll great distances when I open my car door, so... We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with.
What do you mean?
The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? The glove! Oh.
Inserted!
So it was like purposely there. I was like wondering why he didn't like pick it up or anything. He was just like, he opened it and the glove fell out and he didn't really care. Cause that's his evidence though, right? Shouldn't he cared like if one thing dropped out, even if it's like a glove? The white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of the patrol vehicle, sir. And so the door closing, my tie chokes, well...
But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door.
Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator.
Yes, an insulator, but that's the crime scene.
There just might have been something that fits the description. But sir, my insulator, you don't... I think I finally got this figured out.
Very well! Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door?
So this thing. Extremely thin rubber glove. I found this near the locker, a thin rubber glove.
But we can't be sure that was the victim's locker.
It was tagged that says SL9 incidents. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker, but that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to that. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened the locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir, it would appear so, sir.
Order, order, order! So are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman?
Do not be misled, Your Honor.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
The defense has merely demonstrated the possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. Is it because of the ID card or something? What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir, me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke?
Very well, begin your testimony.
Mr. Mantu. There's one other thing that proves that the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, you must use their ID card. Okay, so that I was right. When an ID card is used, there's a record for it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. Are you sure about that? Because I think I have an item that can disprove it.
An ID card record, I see.
I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at the 514 is that of the victim.
Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt that is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Well, I'm thinking of a theory now. There's actually like one ID number above Edgeworth, right? What if the person that put the glove there is that ID number, right? So we need to check whose ID number is that, and maybe they're the reason why the locker was open. Special cases. Extremely violent cases involving police staff.
Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most weren't cleared up by noon.
Right, I see. Now let us move on to the cross-examination.
Is that card hanging from your neck on one of these ID cards? Yes, sir, there is this card right in here next to my cuff, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it. But what if somebody were to steal it from me, keeping it out in the open like that? Oh, maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, that's remaining times in my ID card I get stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID card chokes me. Maybe I should just leave this one alone. At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this.
Please proceed with your testimony.
Hold on, let me drink some water. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled out a knife on you. Yes, sir, he didn't show me the ID card, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had used ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked. Doesn't make any sense, though. Everything seems stems from contradictions. Let's point them out.
Mr. Wright, what do you think?
I'm confused.
What?
The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edward to miss something like this.
You're thinking too hard about that. Come on, let's show them what we've got.
I feel like I should just show the evidence now. Which is where? To enter the It's his ID card. I'm thinking this thing. I think I'm just wondering if this is the place where I have to put it. I guess let's just do it anyway. Okay, I was right. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene.
That makes sense.
When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. Hey, Spectre, what's up? How have you been?
A lost item report. It's only half completed.
But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess, you believe this something has to be his ID card, right? Oh, it's been fine. I've just been busy. Not anything that's different. How have you been, though? How have you been? I can't say for sure, but that is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Oh, they're gonna be like, but it's a theory. It can't be, like, actual, like, that's what actually happened.
Order, so now what does this all mean?
It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who sold his ID card.
Order! Does the prosecution have a response?
I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. What? Bravo. Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room, Officer Meekins, encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. What's he up to? With that being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That is... well, I guess that's right. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago, you seemed content to pointing your finger around. Well, we could say, technically, because we didn't see the body. We didn't see him getting actually stabbed and dying. We just only saw Meekins on the floor. This isn't going to end well. Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've got such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Mr. Ridgeworth.
The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime.
So
the real crime could only take place at one location. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Ugh! No! I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. Take it, Edgeworth!
the activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim, Officer Mika's encounter?
It's the sheriff. It has to be the sheriff, dude.
And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana.
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Object! We're objecting. One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? Their cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. Oh, we're just gonna go back. Okay. See, his body wasn't shown. You know, that's also suspicious if this is a fake. That's really suspicious why they gave us the tape from the police department. Gant is very suspicious. He's definitely like number one, like for me, as suspicious. Well, maybe number two, because the sheriff is number one right now, because we saw his print. And I think he's supposed to be the person who's monitoring that room, right? He didn't notice anything. And like, I really feel like he was the guy that Meekins was fighting. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Yes, Your Honor.
If this court were to examine the murder, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
The prosecution considered the incident of the police department to be unrelated.
Hi, Money. How have you been? I finally got to the second trial. Let's go.
We have not prepared any other witnesses for the incidents.
Hello.
This just might be my chance.
Oh god, we're gonna send some evidence. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Yeah! We're gonna take that guy down!
Mr. Wright, do you mean?
Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness.
Oh, whom do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify. What is his or her last name?
Oh, her last name, I mean
Her name.
Officer Jake Marshall.
Why him?
I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say.
The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well! The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is supposed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time?
We will, Your Honor.
Court is now in recess.
Okay. I wonder if the sheriff's gonna come up to us or something. February 24th.
There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What do you mean?
You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out.
I haven't figured anything out.
Alana, you're the one who knows everything?
Emma.
You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you.
I don't recall ever asking for his protection.
How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me?
Hope I'm not interrupting anything else. Girly. I guess I am. I'll come back later. Girl! Please, I'm so sad. Dude, he looked so sad. He was like, oh, you so disappeared. Bruh. He's so like, oh my gosh, like, himbo coded. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective run all around while on duty. Hey, I don't know what you want to tell us. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals.
Sorry, Detective.
You better be, pal. Hey. I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky.
That's okay, so, have you brought what I asked?
Oh. Well, he was going through a lot of emotions. What the heck? You mean this, right?
My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request.
My name?
Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Think about it, talk about crazy.
SL9 incident?
But Lana, that's...
I thought Mr. Wright might needs them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them.
Oh, dude, those are a lot of pages. Do we even have time in 20 minutes?
I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in the case.
This guy was a witness? Files from the Joe Dark killings solved 2 years ago.
Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders.
Oh, what?
Now that I've brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me?
Emma, but why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, this SL9 incident, is that...
That's the classification number the police filed and under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings.
The... Joe Dark? No, Lana! That's over with, no!
Wait, she ran away.
You know, I just remembered I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I am out of here.
What? Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to the killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. No, we need Emma! I better take a good look at these files. Yeah, we definitely need to. To be continued. Okay. I wonder if this is gonna be like the last part of the episode. Like, we are really close. I don't think we're gonna go through another investigation, hopefully.
The court will now reconvene for this trial, Miss Lana Sky.
Emma didn't come back.
Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime.
You know what would be a plot twist? What if he was the murderer of those dark killings?
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trials of civilization.
Occasionally helping the elderly cross interactions when needed. Yes, we get it. Oh, I know, you're a patrolman.
As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out.
To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor.
Howling wind? I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before.
Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime took place. Is this correct?
According to the papers, partner.
What do you mean?
A desperado's soul is as boneless as the scissor stands. No paper can sum it up.
Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. So please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English!
Day of the crime. My job was to keep a wary eye on the Bone Orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at a street-side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're on out of ammo, it's time if I hit the trail.
I can't say I particularly care for your attitude.
I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon Snave and the cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, about the fingerprint activated locks on the evidence lockers. Fingerprint activated locks. What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not being very helpful. just like in the last time. He's not that good with machines or with the following orders. Why was he in charge of that room in the first place? There's literally an ID card reader and a security cameras. He's not good at technology. Why was he in charge of that room? Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor?
This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours.
If the crime, oh god. Okay, I need to press first. Okay, who put you on charge? Is it Gant? How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who was interred the recordings. You interred them. Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape. He'd erase the tape. He has a lot of power when it comes to that area then. Oh. That's already suspicious to me. If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours. Each time I'd erase a tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. So if he doesn't know the lockers, then that's why. That's what I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Okay. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Wait, so rounds, like in the evidence room, or like what rounds where? If you heard a word I said, partner, I told you that ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado, I know let's rules get in this way. No desperados, I know join the police force.
So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime.
Just between you and me, I didn't set foot in that evidence room that day.
There was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that?
Sorry, partner, can't say I do. I haven't been in the crypt in weeks. How does this guy avoid being fired? We asked this already, didn't we? You used to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course, back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. Is this before? I'm assuming this is before the locker safe printing was there, because he said he didn't understand how the lockers work now, and yet you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, partner, I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a back works. That's quite incredible. The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too.
At any rate, it doesn't seem that this was relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place?
Suspicious. What were you doing in a place like that? I was in spaghetti. Not even angel steak lunches can beat this parlous Mongol sepia pasta.
Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles?
Not all desperados eat tacos, partner.
That's not what I meant. I hope that has at least taught you a lesson.
That's strange. This is usually where Edward says, "Did you not want a raise this year?" He does look really, like, disappointed or, like, suspicious. So if you're out of it... Okay, wait. Let's just press it anyway. See if anything pops up. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall. That's right, partner. Or as you'd call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you'd better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset.
One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything.
Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card on my sleeve, so I'd best keep my cool. Before I use it, though, I'd better up the ante. Wait, amp up the ante? Did we kind of do that by pressing? Okay. I'm just an innocent traveling, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. Okay, so where should I present this then? Found on the blade. Print has been wiped. Marshall's fingerprints. Where should I present this? Is this the perfect place, or is it another place? I was at the street side so when the time went down. So not this one. I don't think this one. Supposed to make around 3 times. Okay. I think it's this last one that I need to present it then. Okay. Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd that is you being called in to testify like this? After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of the crypt. I pay my respects, that is, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there. But you said you didn't. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your bloodstained fingerprints were at the crime scene.
Blood was wiped away, however. A luminal test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall, it seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. I take it you have an explanation then, Mr. Officer Marshall, about the blood-stained fingerprints.
Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints found at the scene of the crime.
Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in the evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the blood-stained handprints. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it. The murderer was wearing gloves? No.
The witness's explanation appears valid.
Was Meekins wearing gloves? I don't remember. Oh.
Though, there's room for doubt.
That wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
This guy's hiding something, I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it. I should probably save. I haven't saved in a while.
Oh, come on. Save, yay!
It's only natural for my fingerprints to be in the evidence room. The thing is, he said that he doesn't do the rounds, though. So he contradicted himself. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. Bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Okay, let's just press for now. That's because how did you put it, pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. And one more thing. That locker happened to be mine.
What? What do you mean?
So it had to be you. I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker, but why blood specifically? Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Marshall's fingerprints updating the court record. Okay, found on a bloody handprint on Marshall's own locker. It had been wiped. So then, what about the bloody handprint? Wasn't mine, it's no mystery.
Please explain.
Well, we have evidence. We did testing though. The locker's covered with my fingerprints. It just so happened. Oh, The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? Okay, so I think we have to contradict on that test and that statement somehow. Unrelated. There is different as night and day. Kind of like cereal and cereal. Oh, one's got to do with breakfast while the other's got type of murder. Why did he make that? Why did he say that?
He's right, although seemingly alike, they're totally different.
I don't see what homonyms have to do with this. Why did he say that specifically? That's weird. Now I'm more suspicious that he is the guy from the serial killings. How do you know that? I may be loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There's a blood stain at the scene, though, to be left by the murderer. That's right. It was found in Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprint was detected on the handprints. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too. Yeah, we did try that.
So that would mean murder wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint.
That's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? The seal of the blood in the desert is just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this. But it's fake. The security tape, so long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise.
This isn't going us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then continue testimony, Officer Marshall.
Oh, frick, did we repeat? Oh, that's new. Wait, that's a new statement. What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have. But the video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
Blind spots!
Place you can't see. The camera is panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. Yeah. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape, and that could have been you. We don't have time for speculations, Mr. Wright.
Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now.
Oh shit! Oh my god. Okay, I have to save here. I have to save, okay. We're gonna say yes. We're gonna say, I'm gonna try my best to see if I can find anything. Oh god. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake.
Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall.
Oh god. Pause right here. Anything on him? He has his tie. Can I look at any court record that could help me with this? Oh, wait, I can look at this. Closed. Joe Dark. Actually, let me look at this real quick. Even though this is not probably related to serial murder and death. Edward Jones, Edith Kirby, Jeb Bates, Neil Marshall. Neil Marshall! Like Jake Marshall. That's weird why he was a victim too. You know, people could say that's like, oh, maybe Jake Marshall tried to find the murderer because like his relative got killed, but what if it's like also like he killed his relative or something? Miles Edgeworth, Lana Skye, and Emma Skye were witnesses. Investigating Task Force, executive investigators, Damon Gant and Lana Skye were the executive investigators, head investigator, Bruce Goodman, investigators, Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. Bruce Goodman was the head investigator. That's strange. Neil Marshall, okay. wonder if anything of this is gonna help me here. I don't know if anything would. Okay. Wait, I can look at the people, right? Profiles. Cowboy hat. And the Goodman. I'm gonna look at the Goodman. He had the hat. Okay. I have to actually find something here. I don't think anywhere here help me. Wait, can I look at that ID? Maybe there's a difference. Maybe he has an extra button or something. I'm doing this worse. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? Oh my god. Okay, with here. Yeah, he looks, I can't tell. He looks the same. He has the buttons. Maybe the knife? Stop right there. Wow, conveniently the flag like blocks his face, bro. Oh my god. Oh, hold on, let me do something real quick. Okay. Megan looks shocked here. Has a knife. Wait, cause he had, yeah, that's okay. I was wondering this earlier, like the Marshall always has a knife with him, cutting his beard, right? That could maybe, this could be, it could be the knife. It could be the knife. That's what I'm thinking, and maybe that knife wasn't used to stab anyone. That's just his personal knife that he uses to like cut his, I guess beard. Okay, we'll go back to this, yeah, though later. Wait! He has a blood stain already! Why does he have a blood stain already? That's weird. Okay, we're proving that it's Marshall though, right? So... It could be... Maybe it could also be the blood stain, right? So that's why he had a blood on his hand. Maybe he touched that shoulder. We could point that too. We could point that too. Are you saying you sure for the knife or the blood stain? And he's just gone. Okay, that one I can't really show anything there. I think okay, it's either the blood stain or the knife. Maybe you should do the blood stain first. Okay, how much did that skip? That did not skip that much. Yo, he has also. Wait, he had to have the blood stain earlier. Maybe. Okay, let's point this one out first. There, how was that for evidence? Oh, it wasn't, bro. It was wrong. Maybe it was the knife. Please allow me to apologize for my colleague, Your Honor. He gets carried away sometimes.
Yes, well, this certainly isn't the first.
We forgive him the two Officer Marshall. He's not a bad man, just a bit delusional. Sorry for about my ex, guys. Sometimes he gets so carried away. Of course, I'm not one to gun down unarmed boys. Okay, I'm gonna point out the knife then. Right now, Edgeworth is defending me. Guess that means I missed the mark. Okay. What? We're gonna cross-examine? No! Wait, let me point out the knife, though. I think... Let me do that again. Press! I think there has to be a point here. Show evidence. Maybe I need to look at my court record too. Let's look at the court record also, if I can find anything. Ticket. Oh. Okay, there. Okay, I don't think... Yeah, maybe the evidence is not gonna help me. He's not wearing gloves. Can't tell if he's wearing gloves. Is he wearing gloves? I can't tell. And I don't think that's something I need to point out. Let's try this. Knife! Eh. Oh, bro. It wasn't the knife. Maybe there is something. I feel like there is something that we can prove, though. So usually with these games, it's like... I don't... I can't let him scream out of this one. I've got to find something. Something decisive to tie Officer Marshall to this crime. Eek. Press. Okay. Is it a close-up of him? So I wonder when the blood came in for your shoulder. I don't think there's anything to prove on this last part, though. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe there's something outwards besides that scene? Hmm. Hmm. No, I didn't find it yet. I really thought I was thinking it could have been either the blood or the knife, but it was neither one of those. It could be. I'm wondering why the blood on the shoulder isn't. Yeah, like I see the blood on the shoulder here. I wonder why that doesn't count. I feel like it has to be something pretty obvious, but I can't see it. Here. His hat. He's wearing the wrong hat. Anything? Let's rewind slowly. God. I can't tell if he's also wearing gloves too. Like I can't tell either. Let's just do this frame by frame. Okay, now. Maybe there's something outwards here. I'm like quiet because I'm thinking here. I'm trying to figure out what it could be. It's like the only thing I can think of is the hands. But I can't even tell if he's wearing gloves. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, Chief Miles Ashworth, thank you for following. I am extremely stuck right now. Okay, I'm only thinking that the gloves, I mean, his hands are probably gonna be the only thing I can point out, but I can't tell if he's wearing gloves, and I'm really wondering why the blood is on his shoulder isn't the thing for this. Maybe that's something that I have to point out later. It might be here. Wait. he's imagine. Imaging. He's not wearing his tie. He's wearing a sweater. That's why it's Marshall. Wait, what does he look like again, right? He's a scarf. I don't have a picture, like a profile of this guy. Not only the topper part. Bro, wait, what if it's not actually them, like, fighting that I have to point out? What if it's something else? Maybe it's something outside here. Oh my god. That could be. What the heck? Okay, I think I'm gonna point out the hands, but I feel like I am extremely wrong. But it's the only thing I can think of. If there's nothing I can press on Meekins. Oh my gosh, let me play this. Oh, my eyes. The door is left. What? Where? Oh, you mean? Oh, you mean the locker door? The locker door. That's a piece of evidence. That proves that it's not him. That was actually Marshall. What? Okay, wait. Let's just get there. Okay, I'm fast forwarding. Just a guess. Oh, okay. Okay, wait. You know what? Let's do my thing, and then we can point out the door. I don't know. Like when I'm thinking about the door, I don't know if they're gonna make like a statement of saying like, oh, he just ran out because he was panicking, and that like that could have been anyone. It doesn't mean that, oh, he left the door open, doesn't mean that's specifically Marshall, but we'll see. Okay. Let's see how this is gonna work. Oh wait, is it? I'm gonna point out the hands! I think I'm gonna be wrong, but got Danganronpa NPC, really? Oh, thank you. I'm actually kind of like, I am a fan of Danganronpa, but not, I don't know, I know like a lot of the games, especially, my favorite game is Danganronpa 3. God. He's not wearing gloves! No, he was wearing gloves. Shit! Okay, let's try the door. At least I have enough lives, and I saved earlier. I knew I was not gonna do well at this part. No, we're going back. I'm assuming you're a Danganronpa fan, Chief Miles Edgeworth. I don't know if you want me to call you, like, the whole name or, like, just a partial name. I pointed the knife, though! I pointed the knife last time. The knife didn't- they didn't see anything with the knife. We're gonna do the door now. So I am out of clues. Well, not clues. I'm out of like ideas. Bro, I have 2 lives left. God damn it, Jake Marshall. Okay, pause. I don't know what the yeah, the door was open. Ah, shit. Okay. Something fell out of the locker. The glove? Yeah, we could point out the glove. We could. Let's try that. Okay, we're at our last life. Okay, if we die here, it's fine. We can go back. Okay. He was... wait, I just thought of it. What if it was like the time or something? Hold on. This is just like an idea that might go nowhere, but I'm gonna check that record. Cause it says February 21, right? I don't know if this is gonna prove anything. I was thinking of like... maybe the time, if we point out the time, it could possibly mean something. Something falls out. Yeah, the glove, so it could... let's point out the glove. Let me play this. Okay, and then pause. Let's do this by frame thing. Is there anything else that fell out? Is this the glove? No, it was just the glove, okay. Let's find out the glove. Backwards. You! Yeah! I don't... oh god, no, that didn't do anything. Oh. Oh man. Bruh. What was it? Oh my god! I don't know. I'm pretty sure the video is... there is something in that video though. Remember the bloody handprints? Does it have to do with the gopher? I mean, not the gopher, the blue gopher? So when you said that, I was thinking of like the bloody shoulder, but it can't be the bloody shoulder because I pointed that out, and they didn't point it. It was wrong. No, not the handprint. Not that handprint. Okay, so there. Okay. I'm at full health on this area, so I can make 5 more mistakes next. Okay. I'm thinking this, right? I'm thinking this area. This gopher guy. I shouldn't press a second. I'm thinking here. Well, let's play. If anything changes with the gopher. What if it is just like nothing changes on here? Nothing changes? No, there's nothing that changes. Oh, what the heck? Wait, go back. Was that smudge there? Wait, no. Go back. Was this smudge there? No, okay, there. Oh, there's nothing. Okay. Uh. Anything else new for the loggers or fingerprints or anything? No. Okay, let's point this thing. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Oh my god. What could it be? I'm not delusions. Why would you say that about your ex-boyfriend? I can't believe this. Oh no, I accidentally skipped it. Okay. I press. I wonder how okay. I wonder how many times I'm gonna still try guessing. I'll see what I can find. Try pausing near the end. Okay. Faces you can't see. Show evidence. Wait, can I rewind to the? Oh, okay, never mind. I thought I could rewind and go to like the end for some reason. Oh, wait. Is there something in the box here? This thing? Wait, hold on. Let me rewind. Was that thing always out? Let's see. That thing always out? No, it wasn't. Okay, so it was the cloth. Wait, I wonder why he was thinking like getting the cloth out. I was like, pause. Yeah. Bring your attention back to the security camera. It is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. Damn. I thought that cloth was out the whole time. Dang. The locker with the white cloth sticking out, that was the witnesses, I believe. Oh, never mind, that was the judge. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. Poor Meekins. He's been having a bad day. I mean, bad few days. Huh.
Oh, the white cloth! It's gone! What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away.
Order! It would seem that's the only—
Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was opened?
That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. Murderer needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happens to choose mine. That doesn't make any sense. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. Oh, uh-oh. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open the particular locker. Oh yeah? I call your bluff. You say I opened the locker, now prove it. Say what? Oh god, okay. I should've. And no, that was he was gonna ask me anything. You say I opened that locker, now prove it. This thing? This was like. Is it this? Wait. Before I actually press, I just wanna make sure. No, I don't need to look at that. Okay, it should be this then. Fingerprint sensor? We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. But what kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. And yeah, he said he didn't know earlier. I remember in the statement. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? Oh, is he biting beef jerky or something? I only got 1 word for you, partner. No. Oh! Oh, okay. Order! Witness, explain yourself. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you, this is no joke, Mr. Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Olay, please answer the question. Is he now a bullfighter? That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. We can? Have a look at the floor plans. There is no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. That's so, then where was the witness? It seems Mr. Wright has an answer. That's right. The only possible conclusion. Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime? Oh. Oh my gosh, I should have saved. Where was he at the time of the crime? Oh, wait, he was like, K, victim, K, yeah. He was here. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Officer Marshall was standing right here. There, that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was. Correct, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you dressed up like Detective Goodman. But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed detective at the crime scene. He didn't remember his face. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure. No, he did not know his face. May I point out that, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. When he entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir. Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond? He suddenly pulled a knife on me! Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it? Was he? Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card. Oh, I get it. If he showed this, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? You've got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence. He's still denying it. We're gonna have to do better than to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving address as the victim. I can't say I particularly care for your cooperative disposition. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt? Save. Yes. Yeah. Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim.
Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that! I could see that fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. Emma! Emma, come in! It's your turn to shine! I think you might help us. This can't be happening. So obvious he's the one. What can I do? What? Edgeworth,
It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. The basics? For me, that would be with what Maya used to tell me. Phoenix, try thinking outside of the box.
Shouldn't look out for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise.
Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place?
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later as it has been.
Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker.
According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. And after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason.
It's the blood, isn't it?
The fact that the white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
So, what exactly is this piece of cloth?
Perhaps the video is the key to all the unanswered questions. I don't have any evidence, so the video might be my only shot.
Very well, let's take you another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open his locker.
I think I know what it is. I think I know. Ha 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 ha. Oh gosh. This is... Yeah, I know it says fast forward, but I feel like it's taking a while. Okay, there. There! For some reason, you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman and enter the evidence room, though I don't know what end yet. However, something unexpected happens. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was solid white with blood. Solid with blood.
A bloody white coat!
You couldn't just walk out like that, so you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner.
Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth?
Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, if you were only half as persistent as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now, would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did, all of it. Alright, it seems the time has come. What happened? No! Oh my god, okay. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID, dressed him like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out and managed to escape, which areas wouldn't be caught on camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. Oh, 5:15, okay. I think that contradicts something.
So the supposed victim was really you!
But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be?
Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor. It was way too much blood for such a small donation. Let's see. Okay, I think I might have to just try to find a contradiction here, and I might have to end the stream, sadly. I am close to the 2-hour mark. Sorry, sadly I do have to end during a trial. I don't like to end it during a trial, but I think, because when I was trying to guess for the video, didn't really... It took a lot more time. Anyways, okay, let's press. When you say it, you mean... Do you even have to ask, partner? The SL9 incident 2 years ago have passed since the case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day. Not if I have anything to do with it. The incident's not over. But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only that case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at the it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. The case is mine. But the Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation, it was Goodman. Why does he care so much about it? That day was my last chance, that's why I... Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look, Goodman was carrying out the evidence transfer. Okay. I'd be arrested for stealing evidence which wouldn't kick me or anywhere. Oh. Ah. So you did to full security camera. And the detective's ID card! I stole the morning of the incident. Okay, you stole in the morning of the incident. Okay. So that means you met with, you met with Goodman. Possibly. So that really was why Goodman started filling out the lost item reports. I returned his ID card. Okay. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. You left it on the floor? In the parking lot. Okay. The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall. So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean the fingerprint activated log, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open the locker yourself. But he could because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. It means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. Wait, so does that mean like Goodman like purposely put the glove there so Officer Marshall can open it? Is that what happened? Oh, no, go back. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins, I knocked him out. Sure, let's press on it anyway. He pulled a knife on Officer Meekins, tried to drive him off. Let's just say, I was a little surprised. Well, we did see that in the video. I only plan on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I don't think anyone would actually come in during the short time.
Officer Meekins certainly is a one-in-a-million type of person. Mistaking a detective for an intruder demanding to be shown his ID.
Well, it did lead to something.
I'll have to think a little more about his race this year.
When did Edward get so much influence? Wait, in a good way or in a bad way? Are you gonna do something with his race? Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slightly. I'm sorry it had to turn out that way. Went with me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one?
I don't know what to say.
So you knocked Officer Meekins out and...
You managed to escape, I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the air. So that's why we didn't see you. So you did your research beforehand. Oh no, go back! Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I don't think it would make a difference though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left.
However, you were bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins.
If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was Officer Meekins doing during the time? What else? He was slipping like a baby.
So what you're saying is on that day...
You knocked him out. Okay. Okay, wait. There was something that caught my eye with this. 5:15. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room. But it should have, because also, not only here... Does it say they entered in 5:14? On the videotape, I think it, like, the whole scene ended at 5:17. So I think we could probably use this on him or the video. So let me press on it first, because pressing gives me more information. But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates a crime scene took place. But are you glad? The victim shown on the tape is me, and I'm not a dead yet, partner. Oh, wait, maybe I was thinking of something else. Wait, shit. I think I was thinking like, oh, the event happened on that time. Not murder, so you stole the evidence from the locker. Actually, I know I didn't. Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone.
What? Mr. Edward, where's the evidence?
It's still missing, Your Honor. I wonder who has it. Maybe it's Gant? If Goodman's locker was already empty, someone else stole the evidence. It has to be that 777 person. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Far away, partner. Free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing detective's ID, injuring a police officer. This is no small offense. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution. Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine, and I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with.
Witness was as an unusual amount of seal. Let's hear more.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I know this is a terrible time, but I think I have to stop here. I am over the 2-hour mark. I cannot go. I cannot go further. Okay. Next time we're gonna continue this. This is like, I think, the worst time to end. I'm so sorry. But yeah. We'll try continuing we'll try finishing the this case, and I'm assuming we're gonna go to an investigation, but yeah. Okay. Tomorrow I'll be streaming 2 Itch.io games, not this game, but 2 Itch.io games I found. But yeah. Yeah, have a good night. Have a good night to you too, Money Moni. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.